Welcome back to V4S TV. I'm putting together another quick video here because the earlier video kind of shows what happened at the gun board, how the Michigan State Police Post Commander honestly felt, I guess, that he had a vote in constitutional rights. And the issues I have with Isabella County and the corruption there is they're overwhelming, and it was never going to happen. I was never going to get a CCW, and I knew that going in. But the video I was able to capture there, I think, is going to help explain the whole entire situation. The new prosecuting attorney being put on notice that my allegations of corruption in the county where she's the prosecuting attorney they're undeniable now, due in part mostly to the video I published and the fact that I recorded that interview. It probably would have been smarter for Isabella County to just send me my permit in the mail. Why they elected to put on the show there for whatever reason and talk about things that happened 9 years in the past, and then, you know, like the road rage incident, being manipulated to try and show that I was a road rager and I was confrontational, and everything about that interview was to try and discredit, disprove, and yeah, so I was a little confrontational. You know, still being confrontational is gives them no right to deny me a permit to carry a concealed weapon, as if being confrontational about something you're adamant about, such as the preservation of your family's safety or the preservation of your rights, or just the general safety. So it's very important for me to get these videos created and published, because I actually fear being arrested, because we've just seen, hopefully I've shown and accurately demonstrated how things can be used against you to try and prove a point where, you know, the majority of the people aren't paying attention to the details. The majority of the people, you know, go by the headlines alone and fail or refuse to dig into the meat of things. And it's from that perspective that I've actually been created by Isabella County. My strength, my character, my resolve has been created. It's the result of the actions against my family and my purpose. I went from building multi-million-dollar homes all over the country to this, to webcasting, to blogging, to podcasting, to fighting corruption. And, you know, I didn't ask for this, but now I kind of don't really have any alternative. I feel I have to take care of this. You know, the dog poops in my yard, I go pick it up. You know, the county shits on my family, I gotta fix it. So if you're not familiar with the story, the backstory here, which is 994 days, or 993 days, something like that. September 27th, 2010, when the Isabella County Sheriff's Department acted together to massively violate my family by taking our home and its contents. You know, no investigation. Ted Bisner's just a whack job. He's a fanatic. He's this, he's that. There's a lot of really great information that's helped me, and one of them is a book created, I forget her name right now, but she's very smart, doctor, PhD, multiple doctorates. She's She put out a book. It's called The Psychopath Among Us, and it's available in audiobook, unabridged audiobook. If you get a chance, I really think that if you care to understand the human psyche, that you read that book, or buy the audio version like I did, and listen to it, because it's very important information. It explains how authority works. It explains how, people, the shock test. I'm going to set up this little lab experiment, and one person's going to be tasked with delivering pain to somebody else, and how it's done with an authority versus a non-authority, and the responses from both. There's no actual shocks going on. Anyways, you really need to check that out. Another part of the book is, that last part was about authority and how people respond to authority. And even if the orders being issued are wrong, that people will have a tendency to follow through because the orders were issued by authority. And that's important to understand in today's society, because it's so authoritative. There's authority everywhere. The prosecuting attorney sat on my gun board, and I'm suing Isabella County, but there's no conflict of interest there. There authority, but obey authority, and that's constantly ingrained into our being, and it's done on purpose, and partly it's accepted because of human nature. So playing on those things and using those things to manipulate people are the ultimate in sadism and deviance. And whether you agree or don't agree, I mean, you can't argue with a lot of things that she brings up in her book. And again, if you haven't had a chance, or if you've read it or listened to it, you know what I'm talking about. Another real good source of information out there is the new HBO movie, made for TV movie, whatever it is. It's The Newsroom. If you don't watch the entire season 1, which I guess is now available on DVD, I really think you need to watch the first episode if you can get your hands on it. It's kind of it's a shocker. It's an eye-opener. And there's several others, and I'll try and bring them up, and the next time I do, I'll try and have more accurate information. Anyways, I just wanted to get this out there. I'm in fear of being arrested right now for something. Probably harassment. I guess it could be put together, manipulated such that my complaining about the corruption in my county could be considered harassment. But if you watch the gun board video again, the same allegations were presented to Risa Scully, and what is she doing about it? I say there's corruption. She says you're full of shit, and I'm just supposed to accept that. And it's been that way for almost 1,000 days now. The sheriff's department acted out against my family, stole our house and the contents of our house. No paperwork, no receipt, no police report, no court order, no justification whatsoever. Sheriff Leo Metashevsky claimed that to the Morning Sun that we'd been evicted, and was quoted for saying that. And thanks for the followers that I do have for keeping copies of that, because the Morning Sun's taken that particular article off of the archive or whatever. So people, you have to understand that if you're targeted, if you're considered a threat to government, they will find a way to shut you up and shut you down. The gun board thing, talking about a bunch of irrelevant stuff that happened over 9 years ago. A conviction, I guess I have a conviction in my record for disturbing the peace. Whatever, the fabrication of things just to fill the gaps. And who cares if we take parts of the police report and turn it around and talk about it like you're a road rager and you're highly confrontational, and the justification that government seems to think they need to do that to people is just, it's mind-blowing. It's incomprehensible, unfathomable. So take these things to heart, because I never wanted to be a politician, but I found myself in the public eye, and I don't necessarily like it. I'm not doing this to self-promote myself. Anyways, peace out, God bless, and keep those cameras rolling. Protect your rights, protect your interests, protect your family, and we'll all get through this.